Okie dokie. So now we are finally going to be moving back on towards the regular missions. Next one, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units that will be staying with us permanently. And then the mission after that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units. So yeah. Are you excited? I'm excited. So yeah, we're finally getting a buttload of units. Alright. Ptolemaeus 2 Custom Briefing Room. Oh, Captain, glad we finally had the pleasure of meeting one another at last. Pleasure's all mine. I just wish we could do under better circumstances, if at all possible, to be honest. But these are desperate times. I suppose enough for us to be in touch with the Earth Federation forces, at least. My thoughts exactly. Which is why I think we should get to work figuring out exactly what we're going to do about get the situation in control, if that's alright. Yes, sounds good to me. I'd say we're pretty much on the same page. But before that, there's one thing I wanted to say. What is it? I just find it pretty amazing that, you know, such a young operator from Lizard War is actually sitting in the captain's chair than Desco now. Well, if things were different, normally someone a little more qualified would be running the ship. You mean Yorica Misamaru? Perhaps. Anyway, getting back to business, I read your report on the Martian successors abducting Class 8 jumpers. Right, within the ship's crew, we believe Yorica, Akino, and Inez are among those who've been kidnapped. See ya, Fluffernuff. Let your friends know that I'm highly disappointed in them for taking you away from me. I'm kidding, go have fun. We've actually been keeping an eye on the likely culprits for some time, although there's still a lot about them we haven't found out yet. Chief among them is where they get the financing and just how extensive their support network is. We haven't turned up any good leads no matter where we look. I appreciate it, Fluffernuff. Mido didn't know what to make of those connections either. He wasn't sure about a group of criminals with no past ties were suddenly starting to work together. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Looks like his plan's starting to move forward too. Is that to say you know about the Brave Express Corps? Somewhat. We've done some snooping around into them too, although it mostly meant about keeping an eye on them since they weren't really doing anything wrong. Best to let sleeping dogs lie and let them in their work as some of the good guys, I figure. I can agree with that. But yeah, we're still at square one when it comes to figuring out what's up with the Martian successors. Something's definitely going on though, I can feel it. Me too. Somebody or something out there is trying to drag us into another big long war. To what ends, who knows? Great minds think alike. I think our only choice for now is to try and get to the bottom of whatever's going on as we try and take out the Martian successors. If I can change subject for a minute, I get the impression Celestial Being has something of a keen interest in Jovian Federation. Well, you could say we're related to them in a way. What do you mean exactly? I guess now's a good time to talk about it as any. Basically, the founder of Celestial Being, alias Shenberg, he worked with the Jovian Federation when he was still alive. Essentially, he helped them deal with immigrants who try to run away from Mars and head off for Jupiter. This is the first time I've heard of any of this. Aelia developed the GN drive on Jupiter, which is how I figured he and Jovians first met. In fact, I suspect the technology he developed relies on the ancient remnants of Jovian Federation found in Jupiter's sphere. Is that to say Celestial Being feels the same amount of responsibility for Jovians attacking Earth? We don't have a full enough picture to really say. We actually don't even entirely know what Aelia's ideals are, or even his overall plan. But at the very least, we agree with him about ending war for good. Knowing that, even if we work with the Jovians, at the end of the day, if they're trying to start a war, then it's our job to put a stop to it. Let me ask you one more question. Are you all fighting in some attempt to try and atone for all you've done in the past? Yes and no. It's hard to put in words. Probably fair to say that some of us are trying to make amends for the sins of our past. I know I'm one of them at the very least. More importantly, the biggest reason to fight is the world can one day know true peace in its future. That much hasn't changed since we first started to intervene in global conflicts. Thank you for explaining. That's all I wanted to know. You all seem a very steadfast group of people. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. It means a lot to hear that coming after fighting together earlier. Noriega, we've got a big problem. What is it, Miliana? Word got out about Princess Angelise from the Mitsurugi Empire actually being a Norma. What? Are you serious? Now, if all of that sounded like word salad, it's because it's from an entirely different series. Welcome to the entirely different series. This is gonna be the introduction to Crossange. We'll get more into that and why I feel this way about that series later. Her Highness, Princess Angelisa Garuga, underwent the rite of baptism as first princess of the Mitsurugi Empire. It was there that her identity as a Norma was revealed. Experts believe that it is her father, Emperor Jirai Asuka Mitsurugi, who kept that information suppressed up until her 16th birthday today. Initially, the princess intended to flee, but failed, and has since been arrested by authorities. Her mother, Empress Sophia Garuga Mitsurugi, who had assisted her, is said to have gone into hiding. Oh, we seem to be getting some breaking news. We have an announcement directly from the Imperial Throne. Effective immediately, Huryo Asuka Mitsurugi is now officially the head of the Mitsurugi Empire. Furthermore, former Emperor Jirai Asuka Mitsurugi has been deemed a traitor to the Empire for attempting to install a Norma on the Imperial throne. His title has been stripped and he is now in custody. As for the princess, her title and nationality have been revoked, and she is said to be subsequently banished from the Empire for her crimes. That's all I have to report for now from the Empire. Holy shit, that's a lot of racism, and we don't even know what a Norma is! Another day, another big scandal. What else is new? I don't know. Angelise was a real popular figure with the general public of the Mitsurugi Empire. I doubt her being a Norma will go down well with a lot of folks. I have a question. Yeah, me too. Shoot, what is it? This is probably a dumb question to ask, but what's a Norma? What? Are you guys kidding me? I mean, the way you guys are talking, I get that they're supposed to be bad, but that's about it. Man, I can't believe I'm hearing this. Don't they teach you kids anything in the school these days? Oh, don't be hard on them, Sarota. They only just came to our dimension really recently, you know. And Chitose especially has been stuck in Japan the whole time. Cut them some slack. That must mean you don't know about mana either, huh? Yeah, I definitely haven't, at least. What's mana? Mana is a special power that lets you do things like transmit information, generate matter at will. It's magic. Just think of it as magic. That's the basic idea. Oh, thank you, Ryoko. See, me and Ryoko are on the same wavelength so often. It's kind of wild. Magic? Really? That sounds way too good to be true. It's real? Yes, but only people from the founding nations can use it. The founding nations? I don't think I've heard of them either. Sorry. Founding nations are an alliance that's made up of some of the oldest and longest-lasting countries in this world. Even with the Earth Federation around nowadays, they still have a lot of influence over things. Yeah, the founding nations are so powerful that even the Atlantic Federation takes orders from them. Anyway, it's people who live in the founding nations that can actually use mana. Highly advanced informational technology that allows everything to be controlled by thought. They use any technology that's sufficiently advanced as indistinguishable from magic rule, and then they go literal with it. Okay. Its use has resulted in deeper ability for people to sympathize with one another, eliminating poverty, inequality, creating a peaceful utopian world. In reality, however, what at first appears to be the most perfect world ever created, in fact draws its power from the draconium energy emitted by the imprisoned aura, and the lack of poverty and inequality is actually just an illusion created by Embryo, the creator of mana. We won't go any further than that, because holy shit, that was a lot of spoilers that I didn't realize was gonna go out. Oops-a-doodle! Or to put it another way, everyone who can use mana belongs to the founding nations. If you're not the lucky ones in the world, too bad! But not everyone who's a citizen of those countries can use mana either. That's what Normas are. People born with within the founding nations who can't use it. I guess that makes them outcasts, huh? It's a little more complicated than that. You might not have realized it, seeing as you're not from around here, Chitose, but Normas aren't treated like normal people like you or me. Even though they are, literally, normal people. Hence, Norma. Normas don't have any human rights. Hell, people see them as monsters that don't have any right to live. They're despised within those countries' societies. But for some reason, that extreme prejudice doesn't extend to people not in the founding nations because they're meant to be an isolated situation, because this is specific events in one show that's not meant to really interact with the rest of them. But that's crazy, isn't it? It's not like those people did anything wrong. You're not the only one who thinks that. I feel the same way too, in fact. In fact, lots of people have thought that for a really long time. That's how life is in those countries. On top of that, normal people, who can use mana just fine, don't seem to mind the status quo all that much. And that means the Federation's hands are tied, sadly. That's horrible. Why aren't those people doing something? You're right. It is horrible. On the flip side, it does make for bad PR. Not many people travel to or from the founding nations countries. Although really, from what I gather, it's more like they just don't like outsiders mucking things up. They think they're special and better than everyone else just because they got their fancy little magic. Which is why everyone else outside the founding nations prefers to keep their distance as long as trouble doesn't come knocking on their doorstep. I guess that's why I didn't see anything about all this until the news until now. Yeah, but regardless, it's pretty wild the princess from there turned out to be a Norma herself. That reporter mentioned she was banished, right? What do you think is going to happen to her? Who knows? Your guess is good as mine, kid. I'd say at the very least, it probably doesn't mean she's going to be outright killed for being a Norma. Of course not. Nobody outside the founding nations can use mana anyway, so to everyone else, she's just normal. I'm sure she'll blend in just fine. Yeah, she'll probably just find another country somewhere to settle in and go about with her life. It's time to deploy, everyone. We're moving out. You guys must have decided what we're doing next then. Yeah, we're heading to Area D in the Pacific Ocean. Really? You guys sure that's a good idea? What's the point of even going out there? Sorry, what's Area D? I don't know anything about that either. Basically, it's an area that's cut off from normal airplane flight paths and satellite trajectories. Oh yeah, I think Captain Root told me about it. There's some continent rumored to be there, right? They referenced that earlier. It's not that special. Machines just can't work properly because the strong magnetic fields are there, so people gave up on developing it. That doesn't sound as fun as I imagined. You still haven't told us what we're doing there. There are a few ways into the area, making it possible for people to amass at such places and establish strongholds. I bet the Martian successors would try to pull that. Indeed. Put simply, we have reason to believe the enemy has set up a base within the perimeter of that area. The original plan was just to meet up our allies in Orb, but since it's on the way, we decided that we might as well look in Area D as well. Mind, that's not our only reason for doing this. Tsurage seems like she's finally ready to break some of the taboos of the world. I just hope she understands what she's getting into. Scenario 13, The Forbidden Sea. Phil, can you hear me? I want a status update. How much further it is until we reach Area D? Crew estimate is 32 minutes. The magnetic fields are a little unstable, but overall the ocean's pretty calm. Some quirks here and there don't really hurt anybody. If anything, it helps the Earth conserve Mother Nature. Wouldn't you agree, Sumeragi? What's wrong? Everyone, just so we're clear, no matter what happens, I need you all to stay calm and focused, understand? Hey, we're not kids. We can handle ourselves just fine. I know you all can. I wasn't going to say anything at first, but something feels off about this. Hey look! Something off! We've got an unidentified squad heading our way. Magnetic field must have thrown off my readings. Is it Martian successors? We recognize those units. What the? They're in mobile suits. Are they with the Earth Federation forces? I don't know. They're not transmitting any sort of ID. They're not responding to any of our signals either. Did nobody send them the memo that Nesco is a Federation ship too? I think it's safe to say these guys aren't military. All units, prepare to engage. So we get to dispatch 7 people. Notice how I have 7 people marked right now? Yep. This is the first time we're going to be not deploying literally everybody. We will be foregoing the Astivalises. We will be foregoing Raphael Gundam, Tri-Bomber, Gundam Haru, Asphal's Custom, Guard Diver, and that's about it. So everybody else is coming with us. Basically the main characters. Yep. Hey, stop it already. If you're mad because we're trespassing or something, we'll be out of here soon enough, I promise. I don't think they can hear us at all, Ryoko. I'm pretty sure those units are piloted by AIs. You mean they're unmanned? I'm starting to get the impression they might have been deployed to try and keep us out of Area D. If it's not the Federation forces calling the shots, then who's sending these things after us? We can figure that out later. Right now, we need to get focused on what's going to break through. All units, be extremely careful. We don't know what the enemy might be planning to do here. This area got a whole lot more fishy now that these guys are suddenly in the picture. Defeat all enemies! Don't have an SR point just yet. We will get a special bonus, though, if we defeat all these units within 2 turns. Can we do it? Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Let's find out. First dash! Let's not do that just yet. Yeah, thought so. Just need to get folks over there ASAP. So we can start getting some hits in. Yep, just gonna, you know, start off with tactical charge maneuver Rekka. Why not? God, I love this unit. Given that our enemies are unmanned machines, their movement should occur in preset patterns, making it possible for me to analyze their strategy. Wow, 9, you're really motivated today. As a fellow AI myself, I merely see the battle as an opportunity to display my clearly superior programming. You're definitely in it to win it, aren't you? Well, are you in it to lose it? Nuh-uh, definitely not. In fact, watching you has really inspired me to fight hard myself today.
相手は AI 負けられない。あの戦術を使う。怖がってる場合じゃない。ターゲットを固定。これでとどめよ。これがバングレイの必殺技よ。
Bada boom, baby! Nearly doubled its health. Wow, he can just hit somebody. Okay! Have fun with that!
モビルスーツのデータは頭に入っている。ディープスラッシャー。
Not quite enough. Alright, definitely gonna need you to boost dash. Boost knuckle!
いけ！ブーストナックル！
Pew pew pew!
今日も怖いくらいに冴えてる。
Lovey's like, oh man, I'm really good at this! Excel... And some Mighty Slicer. Alright game, let's get started! No need to go easy on them, they're just mindless AI, unlike you. You've got it, Mighty. We'll win this fight. I'll show them what my super AI is truly capable of.
心を持たない機械にこれ以上の罪は重ねさせない。切り裂けマイティースライサー。与えられた命令をこなすだけの機械には負けない。
You have Excel. Yeesh. That'll be the best I can do then. Oops. Nope. Is there anyone else I can get in range? Not even with this, huh? Yeah. Okay, I'll just finish off this guy then, I guess. Alright. Now we need them to try and hit us. It really wouldn't have, might game.
心を持たない機械にこれ以上の罪は重ねさせない。
マイティバルカンだガイ。
そこがマイティバルカン。
Okay, I wasn't 100% certain that would finish him off, but sure. Oh, you poor thing.
落としてみせる。
Huh. Sorry, checking something.
落ち着いて相手の攻撃を見れば。
Okay.
相
I
手
just got some
は
messages on Discord.
負けられない。
I wanted to make sure they weren't something super important I needed to take care of now.
とにかく突撃。
Surprise box.
すごいすごいよこの攻撃。
Okay, if you wanna. Sure, get in a sword fight with my
これが
game.
超 AI である私の力だ。
Please.
本当なら AI にだって正義の心は宿るのに。これで決めるぞガイ。
了解だマイト。
ドーリンケン。
ドーリンケ
立て一文字切り。
Almost a one shot. Almost.
Thank そちらのミスを4手前に戻って説明しようか。モビルスーツのデータは頭に入っている。ディープスラッシャー。
One of the Euclids is gonna try and attack Lottie! That's just adorable!
やった回避大成功。ここは私の出番ってわけね。これでおしまいにしちゃうから。ファイナルビーム。
Almost! Oh, we're getting so close! Okay, so this is the big turn. This is the one where we actually have to, like, put up or shut up if we want to get the extra points. Not entirely sure he has the straight up damage to do it, though.
俺はこの時をこの瞬間を待っていたんだ。たまるか。いけ。これが全力だ。
Okay. With a crit, you can just barely beat those guys. Yeah, let's get the battleships to soften up other folks. If this unmanned squad isn't looking for the Earth, that isn't working for the Earth Federation force, and it's not with the Martian successors, who are they fighting for? Could these be guards trying to keep us intruders out? If that's the case, we definitely need to take a look.
敵 AI は単純な思考様式で行動します。ここはグラビティブラストで行きます。敵を捕捉しました、艦長。ハーリー君、今です。
Got a GN cannon here. If this squad is here to stop us from finding out Area D's secrets, then they could well be working for them. Sumeragi seems to know more about this area than she will.
繊細なんだが強引なんだが
GN キャノン、いつでもいけるです。
合図は頼むぜ
GN キャノン、発射。
Okay. Just these 4 left. I'm gonna give him more focus just to try and eke out some extra damage. Oh, never mind. This is the guy that... This is the guy Lottie almost killed.
未来のために俺はトランザムで行くぞ Here, combination. These guys need softening up desperately.
グルンガストの力、私が引き出してあげるから。行くよ、グリングガスト。ありったけを打ち込む。
Okay, I said soften them up, did not mean kill them, but I am not going to complain either. I knew you'd have range. God damn it, Lock-On.
行くぜハロー
ライフルビット展開、ライフルビット展開。
乱れ撃つぜ仕上げだ
He's almost certainly not gonna get it. Oh, and wait, never mind. You know, he probably can actually. His focus is probably improved significantly. Oh well. We'll call it a coin flip.
了解
ドーリン剣
ゴーリン剣
立て一文字切り
Well, there you go. I'm okay with being wrong.
Ita ka? Baito gain no chikara o!
All unmanned enemy forces have been annihilated. I know he said eliminated, I don't care. We can't be certain what will happen now. All units remain on guard for the time being. What's the matter, sis? I just have a bad feeling we haven't seen the worst of it yet. You be careful too, Nine, alright? Understood. Wait, hold on. Reach third turn of ally phase. Okay! That's unusual! They usually don't let you end your... Oh. They don't usually let you end your turn. Yeah, if the unit doesn't fly by default, they will just drop into the water. What the? Harry, what's going on? The magnetism, it's suddenly getting a lot stronger. Our radar and sensors are both offline. Well, that's a first. Something's coming. A gate? Wait, something's coming out of it. Are those what I think they are? Holy shit, it's Durgans! No way. Am I seeing things? What the heck are they? Based on their shape, they would appear to be dragons. You know what dragons are, Nine? Yes, my memory banks contain a wide array of data on things that you would refer to as myths and legends. Well, they're not mythical anymore, that's for sure. Are they crazy? They're just going hog wild. Hey, Mido, do you normally see these sort of things in this world? Nope. I've never heard of anything like them. They must have used that gate over there to cross over in this area. My instrument's still detecting instability in this space. Oh no, what do we have to deal with now? What is that? A ship? No, a submarine. I think there's something else out there too. Yeah, it's a Gundam? What's the situation? I need a status report now. Say hello to Tessa from one of the other series that we haven't actually seen yet. Even a hint of. Full Metal Panic. Captain, the 2 Alpha de Duran has made a rapid ascent back to the surface as an emergency response. Our current position remains unknown. Most importantly, wow, look at the sea. Yeah, it's so blue, isn't it? Hathaway, are you alright? Yeah, I think so, but where are we? And this is Hathaway! From the Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway's Flash. A young botanical research cadet, during Char's rebellion, he took center position in the battlefield using a mobile suit. He was deeply traumatized in that battle. He also happens to be a certain other very important character in the Gundam series Sun. We'll get to that later. I've detected an unidentified vessel, and also, are those dragons? Whatever they are, they're definitely going after us. An unidentified squadron also appears to have confirmed our affiliation. They look like they're willing to talk at least. Open our channels and establish communication. Aye, Captain. This is Commander Teletha Testarossa, Captain of the Assault Landing Submarine Tuatha de Danann, and I'm with the Mithril West Pacific Fleet. Please explain the current situation here. That's a little easier said than done, to be honest. Judging from what she's saying, she doesn't seem to really know what's going on here either, not even about anything about these dragons. Greetings, Captain. I'm Major Ruri Hoshino of Captain Nadesco B. As it stands, these creatures are attacking anything and everything they get their claws on. I believe our first order of business is to make our way out of here and ask I ask you to help us with that. Doesn't really explain much. Why should we? Probably because she doesn't have time to talk. Copy that, Captain. We'll assume a defense position and commence fighting those creatures. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate your cooperation. You know something you're not telling me, Captain? We'll talk about it later. Right now, let's just worry about those dragons. Fair enough. Alright, let's bring in the submarine closer to land and deploy the special response team. Aye, Captain. Man, pinch me. I gotta be dreaming. The ocean here is so blue. Say hello to Kurz, of Full Metal Panic. He's a mercenary working with the anti-terrorist organization Mithril. And this is Mao. Maybe the magnetic storm we ran into did a bigger number on us than we thought and blew us up to heaven. A mercenary working for the anti-terrorist organization Mithril. He holds the rank of Sergeant Major, yada yada. Clouseau. I think it's pronounced Clouseau. Pretty sure dragons don't belong up in heaven. But we could have ended up in a parallel dimension or something. From Full Metal Panic, the second raid. Yada yada. Same. And this is Sosuke. Mercenary working yada yada, holds the rank of sergeant. Ethnically Japanese, his most notable physical trait is a cross-shaped scar on his left cheek. This is the main character of the series if you haven't seen it at all. What do you make of this situation, Sergeant? Honestly, I don't have a clue. The only thing I know for certain is those flying lizards up there don't think too highly of us. That only leaves us with one other choice. Indeed, wherever we are, if enemies come knocking, it's our job to answer the door with a bang. Think you can fight Hathaway? I don't know. But at the same time, I know I've got to do something or else we're all screwed here. That kid is seriously unlucky. He just thinks he's coming in to test something and then boom, he gets wrapped up in this mess. I don't envy him. You gotta give him credit though. He's got guts. Must be because he's been around war so long. I guess it makes him and me pretty similar, huh? Well, I won't put you two together. I know he doesn't have the thickest skin around here. That doesn't change the fact that you have to be strong to come out of battle alive. You understand that, don't you, Hathaway? Yes, of course I do. I don't plan on dying here. That's what I like to hear. Alright, AI, let's do this. We shouldn't leave Kaname behind back on Danann for too long. Yes, sir. Looks like the others are getting ready to fight. Yeah, and they've got what looks like a Gundam and some sort of smaller ground units with them. They better be able to pull their own weight here. We're not going to be able to talk down all these creatures. We'll just have to fight them all. Setsun, I know what you're thinking. All we can do right now is try and defend ourselves. I know. All units, commence your attack. However, be aware that the enemy's strength remains unknown. Use extreme caution with engaging. Well, we better get going, I suppose. Open fire. Our only objective right now is to stay alive. Alright, SR point is down. Defeat Galleon-class and Schooner-class dragons within 3 turns after they appear. Or in other words, within a total of 5 turns. So we've got 2 turns to wipe out the enemy. Basically. This is Tessa of the Tuatha de Danann. It is actually a submarine. One of the units I mentioned that actually has S rank in water. But yes, it can do pretty much everything else, if we had to. She gets Commander, L3, potential L5, support attack and hit and run on by default. Increase money and XP earned by 20% for allies within reach of Commander. So being in her Commander aura is a real good idea. No special abilities on Tuatha de Danann, though, besides just being very bulky and too large. Has a couple of missiles. Only one is post-movement. But it's got some range. Alright, this is Hathaway of the Chi Gundam, I think it's pronounced. I looked this up before and I meant to look it up again, but I'm an idiot. He's a new type with Defiance. If opponent's skill is higher, raises damage dealt by 10% and lowers damage taken by 10. Also adds extra yada yada. So if his skill sucks compared to the enemy, he becomes stronger. Guess what? His skill is real fucking high. Change of spirit, command, hot-blooded, and courage. Not gonna care about that for a while. Nothing terribly special with his Gundam. except as a shield. Other than that, it only has 2 post-movement abilities, and everything else is fairly long range. So he wants to get far away from the enemy. Alright, this is Sosuke in the ARX-7 Arbalest. He has potential, strong luck, ignore size, and focus attack plus. Increase focus by 10 and max SP by 20% when sorted. This is ace bonus. So you can tell, he wants focus. He also has the Lambda Driver and the ECS. Lambda Driver deducts 500 damage to all attributes when focus above the 100. Increases effect for every 10 for focus. And activates when a focus is above 130. Unit's sight, mobility, armor, and damage don't will increase. Basically, just becomes more good. When appearing on map, allows you to gain effects of spirit commands Flicker, Excel, and Charge. So as soon as he deploys, he gets all of those abilities. And he's got quite a bit of a lot of attacks, including our first combo attack. Combo attacks are unique in that you can use them if you're nearby the other units you see above there. You can use them when those units are not present on the battlefield in this game, but they are weaker. So this attack would deal less damage based on how many units are not in the field. Other than that, he's just got a lot of attacks, but most of them are short range. But all of them are only post-movement because he has that charge ability active. This is Curse of the M9 Gurn's back. Support, attack, ignore size, hit and run, apply terrain. As you can tell, he's a ranged enemy, ranged fighter. Final accuracy by 20 for women, and increase final evasion by 30 when attacked by men. So if he gets attacked by women, he's more accurate. By men, he avoids more stuff. He gets the ECS as well. These are small size units, by the way. So he comes with an anti-material sniper rifle, along with most of the attacks we've seen before. So, of the M9 Falk. Commander. He has Commander as a non-ship unit. That's his big thing. In his really unique thing. He gets Dauntless when using Instinct. We don't have any Instinct right now. So. Other than that, his special attack is Crimson Edge. And the final unit is Mao of the M9 Gurn's back, also as Commander. Critical percent by 20%, final accuracy by 10% when allies within the reach of special skill Commander. So, being in their Commander range is also good. Special skill for them, it's the closest thing against missile launcher. Okay. Let's start getting folks close in and show them off, shall we? Best bet is probably to attack that one. Surrounding situation remains unclear. Also, we have enemies approaching. We've got a big blue ocean stretching out below me and dragons as far as I can see in the sky above. I don't have any idea what the hell is going on, but one thing I know for sure is that I'm not dying. Not until I get some answers about this place. Yep, it's just a fucking rocket launcher. And check out their health. They're small units with very little health. They don't want to get hit. The Lambda Driver is now online. I think I've finally gotten used to this sensation. The false axis repulsive field generator system on the ARX-7 Arbalest is quite something, isn't it? Being able to convert mental energy into raw physical force. I won't lie, I used to really hate this thing. Now that I can use it well, maybe it's ultimately good. And having that power means it's my job to use the Arbalest to get the mission done, no matter what. Indeed, my job is to ensure that you do that. Then I think the only thing left for us to do is taking off. We'll do what needs to be done and come back in one piece. You can count on it. Okay. And yes, AI is a sub-pilot. Actually a pretty useful one. Alright, let's get him in. And let's do the Lambda Strike. We're up against targets many times larger than we are. I'll aim for whatever looks to be their weak points. You're awfully calm right now, Sergeant. Well, ever since I started writing this thing, my life's just been one stretch of craziness. It'd be dumb to get worked up about this after all I've seen. I think that's the first mature thing you've ever said. I could use more data I could use data more than your compliments right now, AI. I kind of need it if we're going to survive. Kaname. I'm doing everything I can to protect you. That's a promise. We're kind of like midpoint of the story for Full Metal Panic.
使うぞラムダドライバーをライメージは固まったやれるいけ
Yeah, this is actually kind of badass, isn't it? Fucking nuclear launch from his fucking punch. Yeah, Sasuke ain't bad. Let's use Snipe. Yes, I knew that would give me the range I need. I've never really been one for hunting, really. But if I have to do it, I will. Things might be a little weird right now, but I'm still a sniper.
神業ってのを拝ませてやるぜ
Just a really freaking long-range sniping. Alright, move in. Let's get you closer to use that Crimson Edge. An AS on Dragon Fight. Now I've seen everything. But I guess that's just par for the course. Par for the course when you're duking it out in some crazy imaginary world.
数で攻められると厄介だ見せてやろうスキルを超えた戦い方を
Yeah, bust out a giant kukri, basically. Okie dokie. What else do we have to show off? You don't have hitting away yet, do you? You do! Good. Cruise missile. Bullseye. Wherever we end up, we all have an obligation, a duty to make it out alive. And have set our target for those giant creatures. Aye, Captain. I just barely remember once seeing an ocean like this. That's neither here nor there right now. I've got more important things on my plate as Captain of Tuatha De Danann.
相手が何者であろうとやることは決まっています巡航ミサイルの用意を
すでに完了しております艦長
結果では発射してください
はいマン巡航ミサイル発射
Alright, moving forward. Only have been. No, don't land. Fly. Then boost. I don't think I'm going to get you anywhere near close enough to hit anything. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okie dokie. Now we want to Trans Am because we just need to finish this in 2 more turns. Almost like I planned it that way.
やるべきことをやる GN キャノンいつでもいけるです
合図は頼むぜ
GN キャノン発射
Bada boom! one shot. Okay. Yep. Man, oh man. Is something wrong, sis? It just feels weird fighting, you know, living creatures. If you cannot handle it, then close your eyes. I will pilot the Bangarang and steer us out of the battlefield. Oh no, that's okay, Nine. I can fight. You don't have to worry. Are you sure? Do not push yourself too hard. I can't just run away. I'm one of the Bangarang's pilots. I'll do what needs to be done. No ifs, ands, or buts. I understand. I shall do my utmost to support you then. That was actually sweet in a way of Nine.
Dragon, ここは通さないわよ。
Of course, you abandon all your other allies.
私自身が弾丸にな
But
る。
it's clear where her priority lies. Alright. Making good progress on getting these dragons killed. Something is coming this way. What? Oh, come on! Can't you guys give it a rest already? Well, those are strange-looking units. This is Salia from Cross Ange, Rondo of Angels and Dragons. Not going to go too much into her details because... spoilers. I heard there were dragons, but I wasn't imagining this. Yeah, this is crazy. I think those paramales are from the outside world. This is Vivian, also from Cross Ange. And this is Ursha, also from Cross Ange. Never mind that. I wonder what brings these dragons all the way out here. Don't worry about that either. We have a mission to do. Hey, Celia, the warship over there is trying to contact us. What should we do? There's no need to answer them. I don't have anything to say to them, and I'd rather them not knowing that we're here to begin with. Aw, why not? It's a great opportunity for us to make a ton of new friends, you know. I don't want to hear any complaints out of you. As your temporary captain, you just follow my orders. Oh, alright. They're not answering our signal. They keep rejecting my attempts to contact them. At least they're targeting those dragons and not us. Based on their movements, I suspect they might know about these creatures. You might be right. If that's the case, then we should team up with them so we can get out of here. I agree. Did you copy that, Commander Testarossa? We're unsure who these other units are with, but we believe they're not our enemies for the time being. That works for me. I'll make sure we stay out of their way. Wow, so nobody knows who these guys are? There's just one big mystery to everyone here, huh? I think we've been dragged into something serious here. Definitely. I just wish we knew more about where we are. We don't need any help from complete strangers. Vivian, Ursha, let's get a move on already. Yes, ma'am. I've got your back, Celia. Don't worry. If this fight goes well, they might put me in charge of a whole platoon. Only one way to find out. Alright. We can't let any of them be defeated. But these are some of our new units. Temporarily. This is Salia in the Aquavus Salia Custom. She is a mail rider, which increases money gained by 20% when feeding units. That's odd. Why would she have a skill like that? Don't worry. We'll find out later. And you'll hate it. Increases EXC by 2 and final accuracy percent and final evasion percent by 10 when sorting. She also has Commander. Remember how I said that was a unique skill? We just happen to run into like 3 characters that all are non-ships that have the skill for some reason. And they're like the only 3 we get, I think. Anyway, nothing terribly special about her unit except a special barrier ability. But she has these 3 attacks, and her 2 best ones are post-movement. And this one is mobility down and ignore size. So it's a debuff as well. Something we haven't seen yet. This is Ursha in the Hauser Ursha Custom. She's actually more of an artillery unit. She also support attacks, support defend. After support attacking or support defending, both support and supporter, the support aid and supporter gain 3 SP, so gain more SP as she supports. She can also repair other units. She also gets a freeze bullet, but her specialty is the long caliber shoulder revolver cannon, not post movement, longer range than most others. And this is Vivian in the Razor. She also has Mail Rider, yada yada. Obtains 1 Lick-T doll power part after clearing each scenario. What's a Lick-T power doll? Something useless, but you can sell it. She gets the Boomerang Blade Bun Bun Maru. Post movement. Decent range. Freeze Bullet, by the way, is an ammo attack for just about all of these characters. So, yeah. Can't tell, these characters aren't very exciting. But their mechs are actually pretty cool looking and do cool attacks. I can do this. I'll show everyone what I'm made of. I've got to prove my worth and my strength, especially for Electra most of all. Now you're not supposed to know what any of this is referencing. And yes, their costume, their flight suits have boob windows. Might be asking, why do they have boob windows? The reason is fuck you, that's why. But yes, these are also small units. Do you have charge yet? Do not. So I'm just getting you closer for now. Mercy and Fortune. Mercy and Fortune are not terrible. Okay, now for the Boomerang Blade by Manmaru. Quiz time! Who are these other people fighting over there? The answer? I have no idea. That's why I'm joining the fray. That's one of her gimmicks, I suppose. For lack of a better term. Quirks. Quirk was the word I was actually looking for. Yeah, she's... Characters in Cross Ange. Yeah, just finish off. Wow, he could have one-shot it with that. Okay. I'm not going to attack with anyone else for now, because there are characters I want to show off that I literally cannot yet, because they didn't get range. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to show off another attack from Sasuke. That's it! Nothing fancy, just like an energy shotgun. That's it! There is sometimes... The Full Metal Panic series either is gritty, realistic, and I'm gonna shoot you once and that's gonna be it, or way over the top, super cool. There's no in between. Oh, Quest, you won't believe the mess I've managed to get myself in this time. But I won't give up. I swore to keep on living after you died, and I intend to keep that promise. Alright, halfway. Oh no, he took an attack. In case you didn't notice, Hathaway's Gundam, it's loaded with weapons. Like, absolutely way down. Okay, all he's got is gain. I forgot he gets, like, no spirit commands. At least in the beginning. New type remote control missiles. No, how about use Freeze Bullet instead? So that's what you're supposed to use against these dragons.
京都ドラゴン退治
I'm not sure why they're using the
凍
default
結
music.
バレット装填
Yeah, it's basically an ice bomb that they have to put directly on the dragon. Why is everybody after her? What the fuck's your problem?
ドラゴンの攻撃は効かないのだドラゴン退治はお仕事だもんね
Alright, Salt Blade Dragon Slayer. So let's see what her... Well, we already showed this off, actually. Yeah, we showed that off. Freeze bullet. So yeah, all of these units are going to have some variation of freeze bullet.
ドラゴンの攻撃なんかに逃がさない絶対に凍結バレット発射準備はあ食らいなさい
Oh no! The Galleon class! So we finally get to see what the hell that one is way in the back. It's basically their equivalent of a battleship dragon. It's a biggin! And it's pissed!
損害は大したことないみたいです艦長では作戦行動を継続しますいけますかハーリー君迎撃システムに異常なし迎撃開始ここはグラビティブラストで行きます敵を捕捉しました艦長ハーリー君今です
Boom, Deata! Alright, our turn to finish everything off. So, units we haven't seen terribly much of. Well, we did see the funnel missile, which is his specialty. We didn't get to see this lady attack, so let's use her shoulder cannon. Yeah, let's have you give yourself extra experience. I get the impression dragons have been appearing with greater and greater frequency lately. But it's no use trying to figure out why now. I still have to decide what to do for dinner tonight. Head empty. No thoughts. But she is a motherly figure. We'll find out more about what's up with that later. Okay. These bullets. Fortune.
ドラゴンさん覚悟はいいかなガチンコチになるんだにゃ
Probably overkill, but I'm not going to be using them for many other attacks. So now we've gotten to the point where we actually have spirit commands we can use on other units more reliably. So I'll be starting to use like fortune and gain and its equivalents and stuff, so I can get more money and experience from each kill as much as possible. Okie dokie! Only 3 more dragons left. Who? Does anybody need experience? Lawton. Tobia, Lottenfeld. Lottenfeld. So, Samba. Here. I swear, I've seen that submarine and Gundam with it somewhere before. Whatever, I've got bigger things to worry about right now, starting with these dragons. I really don't want to be their next dinner.
俺はこの時を、この瞬間を待っていたんだ。このタイミングならいける。終わりだ。
And this is why you care about SP points.
まさかドラゴンと戦うことになるとはな。行け、ディープスラッシャー。
Right, Lottie. Lottie needs experience. Okay, Lottie. Are you buff enough to take that dragon down? Let's soften it up a bit. In fact, let's soften up with Mao. Can I get you in there close enough to do anything? Not like this. Darn. I don't know if I showed off Mao doing anything. Also no. Halfway? Frustrating. Fine. Anti-tank dagger.
位置を知られた時点で貴様の負けだ。
Yep, just chucks a fucking like laser dagger at it. Just, whack. And now he's gonna get lightninged. Well, he's not gonna actually hit.
ヘマをしたようだな。
Alright. Lottie. I pressed wrong button, but there's a way to fix this, and that is by EX order, restore action, Lottie. There we go. I meant to go to here. No, that's not what I wanted. I misread that as... G combination is probably gonna do more damage. Bullseye, even though I don't need it.
ヘスティング全力で行くよ。行くよ、ウィングガスト。ありったけを打ち込む。次はガストランダーで。こっちも出し惜しみなしだよ。
Good! Very good.
これが G コンビネーションよ。
I will say this, having cross damage in the series does let us fight fucking dragons. Phew, that's a wrap. It's a good thing those outsiders were around to help get us this fight over with nice and quick. They might be, but I see no thing to thank them. We didn't need their help. Let's leave. Salia, we have outsiders right in front of us. Can't we chat with them for a few minutes? Vivian, no. Okay, I won't ask again. Jeez. Hold it, you three. There's something we want to ask you all. Sorry, but apparently we're not allowed to talk with anyone from the outside world. Vivian! What? Yes, I understand. As you wish. What's up, Salia? We just received new orders from the commander. Excuse me, is one of those ships in Nadesco? Yes, that would be mine. Good. I've been asked to bring you all to Arsenal. Arsenal? It's where our base is located. Now follow me. Captain? How do you want to proceed? We'll accept their invitation. We'll see what she has to show us. What about us, Sumeragi? What should we do? We might as well tag along. She hasn't said we're not allowed to go with her too, at least. Captain. You can probably guess why we're interested too. So being happens to have a small amount of intelligence on this area D we happen to be in. It's not much to go off of, and even then, only a select few within our organization have been made privy to, but it's information nonetheless. Does that say there could be more information here that's not even your Veta could come upon easily? Yep, you've got it. I feel like we have a certain responsibility to go check things out and verify what we all know personally because of that. That's understandable. Captain Testarossa, I'd like to ask you to join us for our visit as well. There's not so much to think about still. Magnetic Storm, those creatures, and then that other squad. Captain? I agree. We need to gather more information more than anything else. I'll go too and do as they say for now. Understood, Captain. I just can't get over how blue the sea is here. I didn't think we'd ever get to see it again. To author data on Command Center. Let me get this straight. You're saying that we've been pulled into an alternate dimension of Earth? After looking at all your available information, that's the only reasonable conclusion I found. Huh. Do you not believe me? I do. I can't think of what else might have happened to us besides that. We'll discuss the matter more later, but right now we're in the middle of an operation. I understand. Then for now, let me tell you thanks for protecting my crew earlier. I greatly appreciate it. No need to thank me, Captain. That was just my way of showing respect for you prioritizing your crew's safety over your own. That being said, if you don't mind me asking, it's typical for where you're from for people as young as you to be put in command of ships. Glass houses, Ruri. No, not at all. I'm a big exception. What about in this world? You're pretty young, too. I'm an exception to the rule as well. Huh. It's really interesting we're both like that. We both have white hair and humongous eyes. And are girls. Huh. Anyway, Captain, I should be off. Let's resume our conversation at a later date. Let's see if things have calmed down. What do you say? That works for me. Thanks again for everything you've done for me and my crew, Captain. No, don't mention it. Now, if you excuse me. So we're stranded out in a whole other dimension, huh? I know truth can be stranger than fiction sometimes, but this is one truth that's pretty hard to swallow. I know what you mean, Captain. What's done is done. I've seen the sea here for myself now. We can't run away from the truth now. Callanan, gather everyone from the hangar. I'm going to tell everyone what we know about our current situation right now. Yes, ma'am. You sure that's a good idea, Captain? I'd say it's better than having everyone running around living in fear of the unknown, if nothing else. The real problem is just how we're going to get home. Right. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. If we don't get back soon, we might not have a home to get back to. In the middle of Arsenal, Area D, Pacific Ocean. Arsenal Interrogation Room. Boy, does this look friendly! Must be because of their ties to Nurgle. Speaking of Nadesco, I've heard the crew on it has a fair share of interesting characters. Oh, you're pretty well informed about what's going on. Only because I had a nice chat with one of the men who works on my ship. Cunning guy. He's still pretty trustworthy from what I could tell. Not unlike you. Must have been an interesting chat. Maybe, but stuff like that is what it takes to keep Arsenal in fighting shape. Then there's Celestial Being. These people especially seem really intriguing. Anyway, I've got other bits to take care of, and keep getting things ready for the reception. You've got it. Transmission has ended, ma'am. Thank you, Inspector General. Always amazes me how you can use mana to communicate with people from afar, rather than rely on machines. Yes, but more importantly, if I may be frank, I'm surprised you invited those outsiders to come here. I'm well aware I'm breaking the rules, but wouldn't it be bad to return it without doing anything either? Yes, I understand that, Commander, but still, the important thing is they've accepted our invitation. I ask that you accept my decision as your superior. Yes, Commander. Now, on to more important business. This is Angelise, the princess we were told about. Norma number 120377, Angelise Ikaruga Mitsurugi. As your name indicates, you're from the Mitsurugi Empire, and you're 16 years old. 16 years old indeed. Starting today, you are hereby inducted into Arsenal's ranks. You'll be a soldier fighting for us from now on. Arsenal? I have no idea what this is. Where are we? What's going on? What are you doing with me? Given your age, you're to undergo a special curriculum prepared just for... What about my mother? Where is she? Is she alright? I have to see her right now. Please, let me see her. I need to confiscate your possessions now. Don't touch my ring with your filthy hands. My mother gave me this ring. It's a precious royal heirloom, handed down from generation to generation. It's not something a lowly bureaucrat like you should ever dare to touch, understand? Oh boy. You could tell people love Angelise by her personality, because she was a famous celebrity as the princess back home. You can tell people just love her so much. You're not royalty any longer. You're just a Norma. I'll handle this, Inspector General. Sometimes it takes a Norma to deal with an Norma. I'm Jill, Commander-in-Chief of Arsenal. I apologize for your rough treatment. I'm not a Norma, I swear. This is all some huge misunderstanding. Normas are unrefined, antisocial savages with violent inclinations. They only live off their primal instincts. We're gonna do a racism, folks. I'm Princess of the Mitsurugi Empire. And equate me with such lowlifes as a... Oh, give it a rest already. That's the sound of her punching her. Forgive me, it's nothing personal. I must say, though, I'm impressed you made it all the way to 16 living in the founding nations without being able to use mana. What? Did it ever somehow strike you as a little weird that you were the odd out, one out even once? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Apparently, she had a maid that used mana for her. So this is something they end up showing in the series, more so than this. She has a maid, who obviously could use mana because she was part of that empire, and she never left Angelise's side. Anytime Angelise was supposed to do something involving mana, the maid did it instead. That makes sense. Such a shame, though. 16 years of hiding the truth, and look what it got you. Now your mother is dead with nothing to show for it. My mother? She died? You've been left with absolutely nothing in this world. No power as a princess, no respect, no dignity, nothing. It's all gone for good. Welcome to hell, kid. No. Glad to see you finally come to your senses. Now then, Inspector General, could you help me? Why does it have to be me? Surely you'd rather get the dirty work done sooner rather than later, given the choice, right? Fine, if I must. O light of mana. I want to get away from this scene as soon as possible, but yes, this becomes a running theme. Her body should be restrained by now. Good. What'd you just do to me? I'm giving you a physical examination, no big deal. Stop! I said stop! I'm Angelise yada yada and hand me this instant. Are you deaf? You're not the princess anymore. You're just Ange. Plain old Norma. Got it? No, this can't be happening. This can't be real. That is 3 heavy sighs in one scene. And I'm pretty sure that won't be a record this playthrough. And it's going to be all because of Cross Ange. Cross Ange is a series that attempts to be feminist, anti-sexist in some places. It tries to make fun of the typical, like, tropes where it's like erotic jokes and stuff like that, and like, you know, the guy trips and falls and accidentally hands on both of the girl's breasts kind of stuff. But then it fails miserably at doing that. And then keeps trying to act like, oh, we're one of the good anime in those respects, so we get to do other bad shit. Like constantly making Ange naked. Constantly naked. And the boob windows. And, like, it's progressive in other ways. It actually has gay characters. but they're terrible human beings for most of the series. Which would be fine. Make gay characters terrible people. If you have other sources of representation to kind of indicate that you don't think all gay people are awful. Guess what they do terribly? Yeah. Alright. Customization. Let's customize some of these new units, including Throughout the Day Dawn. Increase all weapon damage by 300 and more movement. Groovy. We have the SIGH Gundam. In case you couldn't tell from how the SIGH Gundam played or how excited I was about its attacks, yeah, SIGH Gundam's not very good. Funnel missile damage by 200, increase movement by 2. That's a good ace bonus, or a good customization bonus though. 2 freaking movement is nothing to sneeze at. And the funnel missiles can be good, but there are other units that do its job way better. The Arbalest, Sasuke's unit. This is one we actually want to upgrade because it is a badass. Strength Stability, Lambda Driver. Lambda Driver, in case you didn't notice, is not listed here as an attack. It's only listed when he's 130 focus or higher. Otherwise, Raid is his highest attack. Let's do some upgrades to these folks. Boom! Change the final accuracy evasion percent are double thanks to the special ability jam. This one. Increase range by 2 on all weapons. So yeah, he can snipe real far. And the Falk. All close quarter combat weapons damage by 200 and mobility by 15. So, power parts. We are going to want you. Oops. I was pressing a different button to try and do something, but I messed up. Oh well, whatever. Okay. And B-Circuit. Gurn's back. Give him high precision sensors. I wish I had more boosters. Just to throw on other units. Kit. Multi-sensor, high-fidelity radar. And what the data on? You are gonna need some actual good stuff. This is actually pretty significantly useful because this makes it so it can fly. And you. Add that little dot to you. Okay, skill program. Pathway. Let's give him instinct. Focus attack. Let's give him another support attack. And fighter spirit. Other than that, I'm good. He's fine. Kurz. Can I give you another ignore size? Good. He needs like all the ignore sizes he can get. Hit and run. Second attack. Support attack is level 3. Enhanced attack. Instinct. And that's good for now. Max out potential. Your size. guard. And fire spirit. Now, fire spirit. Oh, hallelujah, I never gave him stuff. And instinct. Where is he? Sasuke, there you are! Man of the hour, the one I actually care about most. Now, ignore size is kind of not as useful on him, because almost all of his good attacks have ignore size already. But you might as well. Focus over limit. Fighter spirit. Instinct. Let's see. I think he'd be good with attacker. Okay, that's all the people I want to give skills to for now. Let's find out what's going on at the factory. Bunch of ace pilot bonuses. Congratulations on becoming ace pilot Hathaway. Thanks, 9. That's really nice of you. Yep, this is how Hathaway looks when he's not in his pilot suit. He's just a student. I've always thought this about you, but you look and sound, how do I put it, grown up, I suppose. Oh, really? Wow, I've never thought about it. But I guess I'm okay with that. It's true that I do want to grow up a little. I want to be a man that people around me can depend on and trust. I think that mentality is what makes you so wise beyond your years for someone so young. Yeah, I could see how you'd say that. He looks so lonely and distant during times like this. He had to grow up so fast because of his troubled past. It's a hard life that he's had to lead. Staying strong like this will help him grow even more as time goes on. Clouseau! Clouseau? Whatever. You really don't have to do this, 9. I feel bad. There's no need to be modest. I got you to celebrate. Whoa, is that? Yes, entire box set for Anime World Masterpiece Collection. The whole series is included. Every dimension seems to have a series with a similar premise, but they all have subtle differences that I'm sure you'll be able to appreciate. I'm scared to ask, but how'd you know I like anime? My information network is fairly extensive, but you can rest easy. I respect your privacy, so I promise I won't tell anyone else about what you watch in your spare time. Really appreciate it. Alright, I trust you, 9. I'm really going to enjoy digging into this. Thanks for getting me this. It's really made my day. Anything for that wonderful smile of yours. Yeah, he's just a closet anime fan. Congratulations on becoming Ace Pilot Mao. Thanks, 9. Feels really good to be one. But level with me here. Do I get anything special for it? Yeah, it said he and the other thing. It's... Mao's a girl. Mao's a woman. I figured you might ask that, so I made sure to bring you some beer to celebrate. That's my 9. Awesome, thanks. You know me real well anymore. Does beer really taste that good? You bet it does. It's the best. Between you and me, watching you drink beer makes me wish I was human so I could enjoy it with you. Like I said, beer's great and all, but you really need to have a good time or a good life in general. Just watch me and you'll see soon enough. Alright, I'll take you up on that offer. I like your style, 9. It's cute. I love it. I'm going to enjoy taking you under my wing. Alright, time for Curves. Thanks, 9. It's nice of you to pull all this on for me. I know it doesn't really make us even, but if you want to know anything, I'll tell you about it. Well, there is, but it's about men and women, isn't it? It's okay. I've heard from a lot of people they're very interested in relationships. Yes, but not from your lecherous perspective. Guess what? The blonde sniper is a lecherous pervert who hits on everybody. Sound familiar? That's because we've got 2 others. A lot like him. Oh, come on. Is that what you think of me? They call me the love sniper for a reason. I know all there is to know about love and then some. What I want to know is about romantic love, specifically. I have no interest in flirting. If you keep pushing your luck out like you are right now, I think I'll report you to Captain Testaros and Lieutenant Clouseau, understand? Alright, I'll lay off. Anything but that. That's more like it. Now then, instead of love, why don't you tell me about who you really like most and why? Well, it's so hard to choose, though. I like so many women. Could it be her? No, her? Maybe, I think this conversation might be a waste of time. Nothing you say will help me with my research. And 9 with the only smart brains in the house. Congratulations, Sasuke. I'm an ace pilot now. Hard to believe. You almost sound like you're unsatisfied. Why? I just don't feel I'm all that special. I'm just a soldier. At the end of the day, I have my orders and I try to get them done in one piece, that's all. It's very like you to keep things minimal and grounded. I also know you're not entirely truthful here. You do have your priorities, and your biggest one of all is protecting Kaname as best you can. It might not be entirely logical mentality as a soldier, but I still find it to be an admirable thing. I've learned that more there is being human than living and working completely rationally. The beauty of humanity lies beyond that, and I hope to see that from Sasuke. Congratulations, Captain Testarossa! Thanks, Nine. Kinda feel a little embarrassed being called an ace like that. It's not my style. And perhaps an alternative title is in order? Would Goddess or Queen suit you better? What? Where'd you even come up with those? I actually thought referring to you as ace doesn't sound quite right either, so I solicited some other opinions. Among the men in the squad, there are clearly an even split between those in favor of Goddess or those for Queen. That's interesting. That's what they think of me? Given the last thing we need is a fight to break out among our ranks over the matter, I was hoping you'd decide for yourself which is a better title for you. Can I say neither? I'm not fond of either of them. Yes, that's perfectly fine. In that case, we'll go with the third place choice, which was simply plain old Tessa. I'll go ahead and announce the development of the whole ship so we can finally move on with this whole long ordeal. Nine, wait! Don't do that! I'll take Goddess or Queen instead! Tessa's the only thing that's worse! Sis? Oh hey, Nine, what's on your mind? Our fight against the unmanned squadron went especially well, but something's bothering me. Yeah, I know what you mean. Nobody out there wanted to lose to a bunch of AI fighters. Did you feel the same way? Well, yeah, of course. It takes both of us to make the Fangray, and you're so much better AI than those enemies, so if we lost it, it'd have been my fault. We're partners. We're supposed to help each other out, so I don't want to fail you when you have to fight. You have a way with words. I believe the saying goes with humans. I like that a lot. I had no idea AI could even like things. After analyzing everyone's combat maneuvers today, my tactical processing capability was able to acquire equivalent to 100 attack points. Great! You're getting stronger with every battle. Indeed, I strive to get stronger so that the Fangray can itself become stronger as well. Huh? Where are you going, Nine? It's a secret. I knew things went a little crazy here, but wow! Yeah, so that sunk in we're in another dimension. It is what it is. Just gotta make the most of it, right? I mean, we actually get to see the sea again. Yeah, that's true. Wow, Sasuke, I've got to admit, I'm not exactly used to you agreeing so quickly with me here. It's just a waste of time to argue given the situation. Sasuke, this is Kaname, student of Junei High School. She's 16, and yada yada, she's actually just a pretty normal student. But for some reason has a terrorist organization after her. It's not your fault, Kaname. Really, I'm the one who's sorry. I was trying to protect you and failed big time. No, you haven't. I'm still here, aren't I? This might not be home, but I still know you'll do everything you can to keep me safe. Of course, I'd never give up on you. That's more like it. You sound better now, Sasuke. This is mostly just me trying to go with the flow. I'll cross any bridge when they come. Sounds like Kaname's attitude's starting to rub off on you a little bit. Maybe. You could be right. Oh, now you got me curious. I'd love to hear more about such intimate details of your lives. That's none of your business, Kurtz. I'm not sure what you even mean when you put it like that. I don't know. That's why you should tell me. I would like to know these intimate details as well. Who are you, little lady? I'm Nine. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Yeah, likewise. Nice to meet you too. Actually, how'd you even sneak on board? I know we've surfaced, but we're still in transit. I'm an android. Does that answer suffice? The android? You? It appears it was a mistake to attempt to contact you all prior to being properly introduced. Forgive my intrusion. I shall leave you to your conversation. What just happened? First we run into dragons, now we meet an android. This is one crazy world we found ourselves in. Boom diada! Okay, Lickty doll gives you focus 5 when you sortie. You say, that's not very impressive. That's because it isn't. It's pretty useless. Cartridge and magnetic coating. Other than that, nothing's really caught my attention. So we're good there. Change pilots. You can swap Hathaway and Tobia because their Gundams require new type powers. They both have new type powers. Yeah, that's about it. So, stream's been going on for a while. I was hoping to get another scenario in. That was becoming increasingly unlikely as we went through the mission. And like I said before, mission after this, you get a lot of units. And I'm going to be explaining a lot about those units. Oh boy. Although, 3 of those units are units we've seen before. So, yeah. So yeah, and then after that is a route split. We're going to choose whether to go, where to go on our certain route split and see who we want to partner with. Thankfully, I get to choose whoever I want because there aren't special secrets on either mission, on either route that we have to care about. That won't be true later, and I'll explain when we get to those points. However, at this point, I'm done for the day. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I will catch you all. I might stream tomorrow night. No, I'm sorry, cancel that. I will not stream tomorrow night. I need to do stuff at the store and get meds and stuff like that. It's going to take a while. So yeah. Tomorrow night, no. Wednesday afternoon is likely. It's going to be either Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. I'm leaning towards Wednesday. So yeah. Sounds like fun. I might stream Wednesday and Thursday because I'm doing something with friends on Friday. And then I can stream Saturday. Maybe. This is all up in the air. As usual, I will announce on Twitter. You'll see notifications when I go live on Twitch. Yada, yada, yada. But for now, I've had a blast, and I hope you have too. I'll catch you folks later.